All right. It says I am now live. I wasn't planning on this. It says I know I turned voice isolation on. I'm gonna have to talk loud enough. I'm on my new phone, so. Oh, never mind. All right, I think I have voice isolation on. We're testing things out. This wasn't. I literally within the last 5 minutes just decided. Okay, I'm gonna hop on. I'll let my folks over on my Discord know. Hey, I'm on for a bit. I plan on doing more earlier. Live over on IG if you want to join me. Whoops. Probably would be good if I also alerted everybody, right? There we go. All right. We'll see how well the voice isolation works. I don't know how long I'm going to be on, anyways. But you know, we're trying things. I'm gonna put some music on. Do I even have any like copyright friendly music? Probably not. Copyright free music. 12 hours. Probably not. I know I can run something probably from the pardon me. The YouTube audio library. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Also, I don't know how I went live. And my roommate, who has been like asleep all day, I can hear them moving around now. The timing's really poor. On my part, probably. Let's see. Well, the longest duration thing I can run. They're all Kevin MacLeod songs, and those require Creative Commons attributions, and like, I don't know if this is going to be going up onto YouTube. Or telling your followers that you've started a live video. Well, hold on, what can I do here? Whoa. Oh, I can turn the video off. I didn't realize you could do that. Well, that would have been easier if I would actually had known that, you know. Hop on. It's kind of like half the reason why I didn't hop on to Twitch earlier. I am planning to do that. Probably tomorrow. I'm looking at the screen. I'm planning on doing that probably tomorrow, but we'll see. I'd like to. It's my birthday this week. I turned 41 this week. And I haven't streamed in a while anyways. When was the last time I even streamed? I haven't put anything on. Beethoven Ninth Symphony? I don't even know if you'd be able to hear it if I start playing it. No, that doesn't work. You probably don't even hear it. Well, that's actually kind of loud. If anything, if you can't hear it, it's just going to be something I can listen to, so it actually helps me out a bit. Twitch dashboard. It's been a little bit since I've been on Twitch. Empower viewers to share your clips. Turn this setting on to let viewers directly post clips of your channel from Twitch to their TikTok or YouTube. I don't know if I like that, but I think by clicking enable this setting, you're agreeing to give other Twitch users a worldwide non-exclusive and royalty-free license to do the following when sharing clips created by your channel to other services. No, thanks. Yeah, let's go and opt out on that. I'd rather not let other people monetize my shit. Just saying. Wow, I have not been on in almost a month. Why do I have a message? Did you know that all Twitch merch in the Loot Cave is I don't fucking give a fuck. When was the 28th? That was a Wednesday. 1, 2, 3. It's literally been almost a month. Yeah. The last time I was on was when I finished up Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and thankfully I had the date in the title, and that was August 28th. Yeah, it's been a minute, because even for that VOD, it took me a little bit to get stuff up. I took some time off. I was planning on playing another game, Haunted Castle Revisited. I tried recording it multiple times. Something went wrong each time. Either the audio was off or something happened. And it just didn't work out. So I said, fuck it. And I started uploading the latter half of my Metal Gear 2 playthrough. And at this point, I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do with the AF Plays series, just because the first couple videos actually got some, at least for the Metal Gear 1 playthrough, got some decent traction, a couple hundred views, and then it just disappeared, you know? And a lot of them at that point have, like, broke into the teens, barely. Part 5 of Metal Gear 2 doesn't even have, like, 5 views. So, like, it was always going to be a little iffy anyways, just because it's like, hey, Let's Plays are a dime a dozen, bunch of people do them. It was a way for me to kind of try to do something where I'm like, I'm not going to stream that often. How can I use the streams that I have and turn them into something else? And it wasn't a bad idea, but I'm probably going to let this series run its course. Let's see, I have like, one episode coming out tomorrow, and I have one next week on the 2nd, October 2nd, and then I have the last 2 parts. It's going to be the final part of the playthrough plus the boss survival, and those launch on the 9th. And after that, I don't have anything else recorded, so I was kind of hoping to get something recorded this week, and we'll see. Like I said, I still want to stream tomorrow, and I hope I can. I don't know what I can use out of it, though, since I plan on watching a film, and I'm pretty sure I can't keep that VOD, because it's going to be a copywritten film. But I want to watch it anyways, because it's my birthday this week. Fuck it. I kind of want to stream a little bit, either here or on Twitch via the Twitch app, on my birthday, but I'm heading up to see my mom, and that's going to be I fly out Friday evening. I'm going to be there over the weekend and fly back next Monday, but it's we'll see. I have mixed feelings about the whole thing anyways. We'll kind of play it by ear once I get there, since visiting family is never easy for me in the first place, and my dad might be there, and I didn't invite him. I think he just decided, he found out probably through my sister. He's like, oh, I'm coming up there, so he just fucking is bringing himself up there. I don't know, based on his Facebook page, he was already heading up there, so I guess maybe it's we'll see. I haven't seen him in like a decade, so I'm not super thrilled, and he wasn't a part of the original idea. But even me going up there to visit my family, I was not planning on doing that. I was going to go out to Denver and see my friends out there, and that didn't work out just based on timing. So this was my backup plan. Let's see. Because I know my dad had posted that he was going up there a couple days ago. 3 days ago. Funny part was, the only thing he mentions was, on my way to Washington to see my daughter and grandkids. Doesn't mention me. Why would I not be surprised when I get there? He's just not there anymore. But, you know, I've been thinking about that for a while. By the way, I'm on a new phone. go ahead and wave there. I'm actually doing this on I finally have a new phone. I bought one outright. I wasn't gonna do the payments over time with my service provider. So I said, fuck it. I've been on an iPhone 11 for like a while, probably 5 years almost. And the iPhone 16 Plus, well, the iPhone 16 came out. It was the 16 Plus Pro and Pro Max. I went to the Pro. And I just said, screw it. I'm not going to do payments. I'm just going to buy the phone and upgrade finally after 5 years. Because, hey, I'm working. And, hey, I deserve it. And it'd be nice to just not have to work with an old phone for a while. So hopefully some of the stuff's like actually working properly. I can finally use some of the microphone stuff that's on there. Oh, I mean, in my case, it helps that my cost of living's low based on where I live, but we'll see what happens over time. I'm still feeling things out at work. God damn, I've been there almost 4 months now. And this last week was like not brutal, but it was long. I did some overtime days on that, and I got like 4 hours of overtime for this pay period. So, yeah, I mean that helps. Some of this, it's a constant thing with that place where sometimes I'm like, I'm a fucking dunce. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And then other times it feels fine. Like I'm like actually getting shit done. And certainly with yesterday where it's like, oh, hey, we have a whole bunch of changes this week that have been sitting there for a couple of days. And I wanted to wait. It's like, let me have my boss here. So it's just a little bit easier for them to check my work. And as I start kind of getting stuff figured out, and it'll be like, oh yeah, 75% of that's correct. There's a couple of things here and there where it's like, hey, take a look at this. There was one thing in particular where they had pointed out, it's like, hey, you got something wrong. Because I was doing not every change for the week because it kept fucking adding shit to our cover sheets. But, I was at least trying to get everything set for Tuesday, which was today. Because I knew, hey, I'm off. Let me get everything I can done. That way, when my supervisor comes back tomorrow and they're there with the opener and our, kind of mid-shift floater person that works different days, because I close, we have another person that opens, and then are kind of like the person that's ahead of me and the other person on our team as far as specialists go. They kind of work weird days. They have preferable days off, but they work like 2 closing shifts, a mid shift, and then 2 openers. So, with them coming back after having a few days off, they had like 2 extra days off. But it's like everybody's taking time off this week right before we have like a really busy season, because we have like 2 shows all in a row starting on like the 5th of October. Because the week we're going to be scheduling for, that's where it kind of starts. And then when I come back from my own trip, pardon me, when I come back to work on October 3rd, we're staffing for the following week, which is going to be 2 big ass shows that we've been prepping for like the last 2 months with, trying to pre-book, bartenders and servers and shit. But everybody, one person took time off. My supervisor took time off. I'm taking time off. But I wanted to make sure everything was like cool when, they come back in on Tuesday. And it's like, yeah, I don't want you guys to have to worry about it. I got to get it done anyways. And it's easier. Sometimes it's easier for us to just, if you can take care of it, 1 to 2 days ahead of time. Like, hey, cool. Because you don't have to call anybody if you're taking care of it before a certain point. Day of, it's like, oh, fuck, I got to call everybody. But yeah, there was one thing my boss pointed out to me, and he's just like, hey, there's a mistake on Tuesday. Take a look at it. And I looked at that fucking schedule for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I don't fucking see it. So he's like, this person here down at the bottom that still has a shift. And I was like, fuck. And I realized it was a simple thing, but I just didn't see it. And he's just like, yeah, this is one of the scenarios where it's like, usually when we make these changes, we're taking stuff away. And then all of a sudden now, hey, we made these time changes. Now somebody actually gains something. So you just got to watch for it. But, 4 months in, I guess I'm doing okay, but it's stressful at times for sure. And it's been discouraging at times, but like, I'm not being discouraged by my coworkers. I'm not being discouraged by my boss. I'm more discouraging myself because sometimes it's hard. Oddly enough, I have all the support I probably could potentially get, and they're willing to be patient enough, because when I still haven't gotten my 90-day review. I'm past my 90 days. I got all my shit in order for that. But I think when we were talking about it, that's getting louder. Either that or it just feels louder. I don't even know if you can hear the music. The voice isolation should be on, so hopefully I sound okay. But I know when I had one of those, I think it was supposed to be the 30-day review. It was supposed to have the 30, 60, and 80. I think I just had the 30 because we missed the 60. And now we're kind of past the point where it's like, yeah, I've already been here more than 90 days. Oh, okay. Yeah, I felt like it was kind of loud. But when I had that first review, it was just like, I was kind of just like, dude, it's like sometimes I just feel really, really discouraged. And it's not anybody else's fault. It's just like, if it's kind of more on my end, it's like if I'm not getting it, or I feel like I'm not getting it, it hits me harder than probably some other people. But I know with that review, he was just like, yeah, in a perfect world, the best case scenario, you would, by 3 to 4 months in, you would have it all down. That's not generally the case. 5 to 6 months is going to be kind of the median level where you're going to get most of it. There's going to be shit you're going to run into that we all run into with that job that you're only going to experience a few times a year. So you're going to fucking forget, hey, we got to do this. And there's just lots of stuff to check. And I know with the events coming up in early October, we're only going to be able to do shit one day at a time. Like, we're going to focus on, hey, what are we doing today that's happening today? If there's changes, we need to handle them now. And then we can think about the next day. Like, we can only do that because he was showing me, like, hey, here's the same event last year. And we're looking at the cover sheets. And he's like, look this one day up. It probably was like, October 8th or something like that. And I'm like, dude, there's like 5 fucking pages here. He's like, yeah, that's 1 day's worth of cover sheets. It's like, there's a shit ton going on. It's like, we can only check 1 day at a time. We can't, otherwise we just get too overwhelmed. It's too much work and we're going to lose track of the shit we need to do. But, and it's like, even for casino side, it's tough for them to doing this kind of work, but I get paid well enough for it. I can't use my benefits. I literally can't see my doctor until February. But once I get my credit card paid off, I can go to the eye doctor and get new glasses. I got pretty good eye insurance. I need to go to the dentist at some point and figure out if there's anything that needs to be taken care of there, But eventually I'll get 1 day work from home. I think we still need to get to the skill assessment created and signed off by our director. And we're actually gaining it on my side, the banquet side, a lot sooner than we should have. I think we were supposed to originally be there for a year, then we potentially could work a day from home. But they recently changed it for everybody, where I know casino side could work 2 days. Now they only have 1 day, but we're gaining 1 day, but we have to get the skill assessment created, signed off on, and then have to pass it. Once we pass it, we're good. So I'll gain that pretty soon. I'll be able to work 1 day from home. I would love 2. I'll take 1 for now. And oddly enough, like, it's surprising too, coming from like a gaming company or a tech company, where it felt like sometimes it was really hard to get shit. Like, hey, I need this, or I need this. I need a, either a new monitor. Something's wrong with the monitor. I need a new monitor, or I need a new this. I think we have a harder time getting batteries than anything else. But like recently, they're like, here's 2 giant fucking monitors. And I think when I gained my work from home day, if I could have gotten it home, they're like, we could give you a monitor to take home with you. And I'm like, I take the bus home. Like, I'm not trying to take a piece of equipment with me. I have a 27-inch monitor here at home. They're going to give me a laptop to use. The laptop will probably become my main computer at work, because I know they have docking stations, and some folks already work from their laptop, so they just connect it to the docking station at work. They have the monitors at work there on their desks, and they just do that. And when they work from home one day a week, they just take the laptop home and hook it up. It's probably what I'll end up doing. They gave me the 2 monitors, and they're about as big as the one I have here at home. And I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Because originally it was like, I went from 3 smaller monitors to 2 big ones, and I'm like, that doesn't work. So now I actually have 2 big ones set up vertically, and then I have a slightly smaller monitor set up horizontally, just so I have all my windows kind of where I want them. So I have more than enough workspace. Because it is a job. You need a lot of monitors firing off all the time. You're like, yeah, I need to be able to see my inbox in Outlook. I need to be able to see the chat coming through on Teams. I need to be able to check all my sheets. I need to have all this stuff. I got to look into scheduling software. I got to do all this stuff. But I mean, it's that part's at least going pretty well. But it just doesn't leave me any time to do like anything. That's why I haven't streamed in a month. On my days off, I sometimes just don't have the time to stream. I don't want to devote the time to streaming. Or I decide, hey, I'm going to go do something. And that eats up part of the day. That's what I did today. That's why I'm doing an Instagram thing instead of being on Twitch. Because I got home and I started, I had a couple beers. I'm just like, I don't want to do that. But I was out for a few hours, and it's just, I don't want to devote as much time to it. It's difficult. Although I do have my Onomichi series that I have to fucking complete at some point. That'll happen. I'd like to have it done by the end of the year. I actually have been doing bits and bobs with it. Where was I at with that series? Since I actually kind of got the opening done for it, I need to re-record the VO, because I did a bit of it and I wasn't exactly enamored with how it sounded. Like, I was okay with it, and then I let it sit for a few days, and I came back and I was like, oh, I can do that better. I can change some of the wording. I was kind of looking at how the series was going to open. I was going to plan on doing like a history of Onomichi like rundown that I've now cut, because I was like, I have to script that out and I have to find all the information I would want to talk about. And I feel like that's going to be hard enough to do that, let alone going into the series proper. And I would like to get this done at some point, because it's been on hiatus. When did I make my initial posts on Instagram? Oop, that is not what I meant to search up. Let's see, as I look at the screen. Hey, it shows I'm live. Because I made my initial posts about Onomichi. Ooh, that was back in February. And had things gone, I kind of paused on making that series at that time. I was making some progress, and then I just kind of tapped out. It was really tough. That might have been around the same time where I had initially interviewed for the job I have now. Because I was just having issues anyways with it. And interviewed for this job and then I didn't get it, and then I interviewed again because they contacted me for a different position within the same department, and then I ended up getting that. But like I just had a really bad go there for like 2 months before I started working, where I was just like, I don't know what to do with this series. And then I started working and I'm like, I just don't have the time, because it is time consuming at this point now, since I have all the footage kind of in place. I have Vegas Pro open. I kind of had all the footage in place. At this point, I really just need to like figure out what to cut down. So I have it all timed up for the most part. I probably have to retime certain things as I work on it. When is that at? Because that's at like almost 20 minutes, and I could probably condense some of this down a little bit lower and make it like a 15-minute video for that first part. We'll see. Oh, maybe no, because what is that? What's that time up to from the start? Minute 10 to 18. Yeah, I could probably do 15 minutes on that. But like I need to kind of get it in slightly better shape, figure out what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep, then do the VO, and then kind of start retiming things around that. But like, I know it's going to be at least 4 episodes. I'm going to try to edit it all together as like one series, then break it up into individual episodes. Go with the original idea of launch the episodes, and then once the series is done, a few weeks later, or however long it is, then put it out again as like the full length version, I should say. Because I want to edit it all as one continuous video, then break it up. We'll see how that works out, but it's figuring out what to use, what not to use, and then doing the VO and trying to kind of putting it all together. Like, I have a lot of work done, and when I look at it, sometimes I go, wow, I actually have like most of it done. I just actually have to go back and record the VO, but like that requires me to have enough time to sit down, take notes, especially about the area that I'm going to be talking about, things I want to bring up, jog my memory about things I was doing on that particular day when I was filming, and then do the VO, port it over to the editing software, figure out what I want to do with it, figure out along the way, hey, do I need to make a correction? Do I need to re-record this? Because sometimes I have issues with the audio recording where there might be a sound in there, like maybe like a small audio glitch, that I need to then take that piece out. Plus, I'm using a new mic. Actually, let me see. Can I bring that over here? Yeah. Can't. I mean, it's not plugged in, but I have a different mic these days compared to when I was making my my Yokohama series. I've moved from a condenser mic to a dynamic microphone, so I have a whole different setup. So hopefully it sounds okay. Hopefully it has a better, just better sound overall. Hey, the music stopped. I'll put something on. Oh, that like literally went into another track anyways. Never mind. But, it's just, it'll get done. I want it, I can't not finish it, but sometimes even on my days off, it's like when I have the time to do it, I just don't want to work on it. It's not the first thing on my mind. I could be working on it right now. It's just not happening. So that's fine. At the very least, I would like to get it done before the 2-year mark when I've recorded all that stuff. Because I realize time's getting away from me, as it tends to do. And I'm getting to the point where the 2-year mark, like we're almost in October. And I recorded all the stuff for the Onomichi series at the end of February 2023. So it's like 5 months away, which is crazy that it's been almost 2 years. I would like to get it done before that point, or at the very least get the series done before I go back to Japan, because that at the very least, I plan on going back to Japan, hopefully mid to late April next year. That's the goal. I'll have the PTO to do it for sure. At least 2 weeks, I'll be able to do it. And I've already alerted my boss, like if I'm still working by that point, and that's something I think about a lot, where I'm just kind of like hoping everything works out, that I'll still have the job. Like, because over the last like 6 years or so, when I get back into that part of what I was doing today, I just haven't had consistent work. It's just how it's been. Like I got fired from my old job. Well, I chose to be terminated. I was getting walked out that day no matter what. So I could have either quit or I could have gotten terminated, but ultimately I got let go. I spent 7 months out of work, and then I worked for 3 months, and then I spent like 15 months out of work, over a year. Then I worked almost 2 years with my previous employer, and then I was out of work after they laid me off. I was out of work almost as long as I worked for them, almost 2 years, and then I started this job. So I'm never quite sure how things are going to turn out. But at the very least, if everything continues to turn out okay, it's like, yeah, I'll have 2 weeks of paid vacation at my disposal when I want to go to Japan again. And I've already told my boss, I'm like, hey, this is way ahead of schedule. By the time I can, by like November, December, I'll be able to like really hammer down the details. Because by that point, we'll have a really clear idea of like the first 6 months of next year, probably the entire year for that matter, about what we're looking at for like major events at my property. And once we have that, I can go, okay, do we have any blackout dates or, peak days? Because if it's a peak day for everybody else that's working those events, it's probably going to be a peak day for us, because we have to be on hand to take care of it and to handle all the important shit and handle the scheduling. But if it's not a peak day, okay, cool. Because I've already alerted him and my coworkers. It's just like, hey, if we figure out that these are okay days, I'm like, this time period, I'm looking at least 2 weeks. I'd like to do 3. It may not happen, since at least within my department we can't take unpaid time off. But I'm more than willing at that time to just be like, hey, if we can convince the bosses to let me take like a week leave of absence, a personal leave of absence, like let me burn off my PCO and then take this, and I don't care if I get paid for it or not. I really don't give a shit. But if I can do 3 weeks, I'm going to do it. And yeah, that would be, end of April going into early May. That might run into, what's Golden Week for 2025? And the bad part is, the yen probably will not be as the yen will probably not be as weak then as it has been. Okay, Golden Week next year is the 29th of April to the 5th of May. Now I know my PTO, because I can only accrue so much in my first year, and it's like a total of like 2.5 weeks or some shit. Once I hit my anniversary, then I think I get a full like 3 weeks or so. But I know I accrue everything by like the 21st, which is why I was just like, I'm willing to fly out on the 21st of April and just go. But I also realize now my vacation on that part would run right into Golden Week, which would spell a problem. I realize that now. I may have to push it out a touch and leave it like the 6th. Like, go there after Golden Week and wait till like early May. And then, although if I go earlier, my big thing I know for next year, I want to go to back to Kyoto Since the Nintendo Museum's opening up in that area, I want to go there. So I know I'm going to go back. And if I have 3 weeks at my disposal, I would have the ability to at least spend more time down there. Like, base myself in Kyoto this time, find an Airbnb, hopefully cheap enough, like near the city center. That way I could, like, easily go to Osaka for like a day and then just come back to Kyoto. So I want to go see folks out there, go back to Hugh's Pizza, go back to Dotonbori for the first time in a while and hit up stuff there. We'll see. But if I only have 2 weeks, then I really have to kind of like figure out, okay, what's the timeline look like? I got to figure out what I have on Google Maps that I've tracked for the last couple years and have a pretty solid itinerary idea. I would still go to Kyoto, but it'd be like, it's going to be super whirlwind. It'd be like 2 days down there, 3 days maximum. And I would have to pay out of pocket for a Shinkansen there and a Shinkansen back, because I wouldn't bother buying a week pass. Although, what does that even cost anymore? Who did I buy my? I'm trying to remember who I bought my pass from last time. Japan Experience. Okay. That's who I got my JR Rail Pass from previously. Actually, I think I got my Rail Pass as well as my Pocket Wi-Fi then. Okay, so it's $359 for a 7-day pass for Japan Rail now. If you want a green car pass, it's $512. Not getting green car this time. I don't even know if I would want to spend $359 on that. Internet access. How much does it cost for eSIM through them? 16 days. Wow, that's not bad. Because, I mean, my new phone now, I don't have a physical SIM card in there, but I can get an eSIM. And if that actually, if that works out, that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I wouldn't have to worry about shipping, because last time I had a pocket Wi-Fi and I fucked up and left it at my friend's house when I meant to take it with me to mail it out when I flew back from Japan. Thankfully, they've sent it back for me. But at the very least, an eSIM card would be better, just because I wouldn't have to lug around an extra thing. I would just have the extra SIM card number on my phone, and then I could just do that. But I know, who did my friend Martina mention? Because I know she did something in one of her more recent videos. It was a service that was offering eSIM services. So I mentioned her. I haven't heard from her personally in quite some time. I know she moved. I still am revealing too much. I still kind of feel like I might have like weirded her out or something. I don't know. I think about things a lot, and there's definitely times where I'm just like, did I fuck something up? Because that's a high likelihood. I tend to do that. Okay, wasn't that one? Was it the Hokkaido video then? Yes. So there was a service that she was promoting. 15% off. Oh, it's NordVPN that was doing an eSIM service. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's actually a really good deal. Wait, is that per day? $6 a day, or choose your data plan starting from $339, reliable connection. You'll only get mobile data and keep your original phone number. Works on all smartphones. I don't need mobile. Yeah, no roaming charges. Obviously, it would work on my current phone. That's not really a big problem. For 1 GB, I wouldn't be able to stream over it. That would be the bad part. I would want something that would actually work, though. Yeah, it says it works on the iPhone 15 Pro, which means it would work on the 16 Pro just fine. If you can't use your plan, you'll be eligible for a refund. Just get the app, install your eSIM, and you're all set. Yeah, affordable data plans, reliable connection. You will only get mobile data and keep your original phone number. Okay, so you're just worried about data at that point. I understand what they're saying. It's not changing your phone number. It's just providing the data service, and you'd be able to use your phone number just fine. I feel like I would want more data. The most data I probably could, because it says like the highest thing is $20. And what was I looking at over here was 15 days, 50 gigabytes. And it would just be me, and it was $31. But actually it'd be cheaper going through these guys, but it wouldn't be as much data. But I'd be like, yeah, the more data I can have, the better. But I guess because what were they charging for? Let's see. Internet access, pocket Wi-Fi rental. If I got for 15 days, pocket Wi-Fi would be $82. And that's kind of the bad part, is the pocket Wi-Fi would give you, I don't think there's any limit on that in terms of, let's say from April 21st. Yeah, $42 for a 5-day rental, 15 days, $82. I don't think there's a limit on your data usage. Okay, no, never mind. Let's see, yeah, from 5 days to 45 days, which I think the last time I was there, I basically pushed it about as far as I could. It's only 4G service, which now I actually have 5G. I have a phone that can use 5G. Even though it's been around for a while, iPhone 11 just didn't have that capability. After you reach 3 gigabytes a day, the Wi-Fi speed will be slowed down until the end of the day. You can deliver it to your hotel or pick it up at the airport, which the last time I was there, I picked it up at the airport. Compatible with basically any device that can use Wi-Fi. Pardon me. Possibility to connect up to 3 devices simultaneously, which I didn't really need to do. Lightweight and with a long battery life. Lightweight, yes, because I put it in my bag and it was fine. Long battery life, no. I had to charge that sucker every single day. But I think next time I do anything like that, it would probably be an eSIM, just because I can use it on this phone, and then I wouldn't have to worry about an extra external thing. It would just be like, hey, how long does this work? And we're good. I don't really care. It's like I just need to be able to use Google Maps and translate for the most part. If I'm going to stream, we'll see. I'd like to stream. And that's where having the most data possible, because I can no longer use an existing SIM card. Yeah, so you'd have to go out to 61 days to get the higher amount. But it's $63. And it would have 90 gigabytes. Because I can tear through data, for sure. The internet connection is provided with 4G. Not compatible with devices that do not support eSIM. And see, I wouldn't want... I wonder with Saley, is it a 5G service or is it only 4G? Because with this phone, I'm not sure anyways, because like usually your connection in Japan's kind of shit anyways. Like I can go there and connect to SoftBank, but I remember the one day I was in Kyoto last year, I left a lot of my bags in a coin locker, and in the coin locker I left my pocket Wi-Fi, so I was without it for a little while. And that sucked because the connection was really bad. So I don't even have like solid plans of what I want to do there. I would like to, I need to go through again. If I only have 2 weeks, I got to look through the list of stuff that I know I want to do and prioritize that stuff and then kind of figure out the rest along the way. Because if I'm only there 2 weeks, it's going to be a fast 2 weeks. If I can get 3, that'll buy me a little bit more time, but I still would like to maximize the amount of time I have. I don't even know where I would like base myself out of. My friend Matthew's still in Yokohama. I might just stay with him because it's just going to be the easiest thing to do. But I would still like to find time to go see my friends in Atsuki. Maybe stay the night with them at least once, or at least, meet up with them somewhere in that area and figure out what to do and make my way out there anyways, because I know I want to go out there. But I don't know. Even speaking of Martina, she doesn't live out there anymore. So it's kind of like, all right, well, that's one person I can't see while I'm out there. So I got to figure out other folks, and, Paul from Critical Eats Japan. I don't know if they would want to meet up again. Yeah, maybe. But at the same time, it's like, hey, do I need to go up to their neck of the woods? Will they meet me somewhere? I don't know. There's other folks I want to meet up with. We'll see. It's going to be a whirlwind trip, I think. It's going to have to be, because I don't have, like last time, I don't have 6 weeks. Like, even if I get 3, that's still half the time I have the last time I went. If I only have 2 weeks, that's 1/3 of the time. It's going to be interesting. But that's 6 months down the road, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. What time did I get on? I've been on almost an hour. That's good enough, right? Yeah, I probably will be on Twitch tomorrow to go with my, to hopefully go with my, oh, thanks for the thumbs up. To go with my birthday plans. Spoiler alert, we're probably watching the Like a Dragon Gekijoban, because I've actually yet to see it. It's been a long time since the DVD came out over here, so it's like out of print. There is a Blu-ray that came out of that movie in France, but it's usually too expensive to buy. I would like to get a copy of it. I think I have... Do I have that on my Amazon wish list? I posted my Amazon Japan wish list a couple days ago. I don't think anybody's going to get anything off of there. Found out, too, that there's 4 new amiibo on the market that I fucking completely spaced on. And now they're hard to find. So we'll see what happens with that. I think I had it under movies. If it wants to load. Do I still have that under here? Yes. And there's no way to buy it right now. Oh, wait, no, they have the Blu-ray up. But it's $40, and it's usually like $40 anyways, and it's not sold by Amazon. You have to get it through third-party sellers, so... I'd like to have a physical copy of that at some point. But I figure in the meantime, pardon me, we'll just watch it on stream. It just will be a VOD that won't get saved because we're watching a copyrighted movie. But... Oh, what? That's right, it was a Takashi Miike movie. Did they ever release the Ace Attorney movie over here? I always forget he did that. Bunch of stuff on Arrow Video. Black Society Trilogy. Ley Lines, Rainy Dog, Shinjuku Triad Society. The Dead or Alive movies. Ichi the Killer, obviously. Audition. Sukiyaki Western Django. Sailor Suit and Machine Gun isn't a movie of his. Zebra Man. Oh, he did do the Terraformars movie. Wow. I forgot all about that. Did a Yokai Monsters movie, if I remember correctly. Showing the Outrage movies, he didn't do those. He did... Wait, did he do the live-action Diamond is Unbreakable movie? Was that one of his? Ace Attorney. No, not Ace... Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. No, apparently they didn't release it here on video. It is on Prime Video, but I don't have Prime anymore. He did direct the Diamond is Unbreakable Chapter 1 movie. They never did a Chapter 2. I think I own that and have never watched it. But that's like half my fucking video library, so. Alright. I think that's good enough because the music's about to end for the second time. I'm just rambling at this point, so I think we're okay. I'll be back probably tomorrow, hopefully, all things considered. I'm not planning on doing anything or going out anywhere. As I said, I have tomorrow off. I work 2 days. I'm gone. I'm up in the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area for 3 days. Then I have my normal days off, and then I have the busy week, the hell week for work that we've been prepping for. So I probably will be mostly incognito during that time. After that, I think we're good. I don't know when we would have more blackout dates other than like towards the end of the year. Maybe like New Year's Eve, but thankfully I think on holidays. Actually, for holidays this year, I have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day that fall on my days off, Tuesday and Wednesday. So I don't even have to work those. So that's cool. But I think we will leave it at that. So anybody that tuned in, thank you. If you fucking watch this later, thanks for tuning in as well. Sorry for being a weirdo, but that's just me. But I hope you're all doing pretty well. Maybe we'll do this slightly more often because sometimes it's a little bit easier to just fire up the phone and put on Instagram and it's good. And now that I'm on a new phone, it should hopefully look better. I will hopefully sound better. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I'll have to back this up to YouTube sometime later on. But yeah, take it easy. Stay safe. Stay well. Watch out for weirdos out there. We'll see you all again very, very soon. Take it easy, guys. Have a good night.